Okay. So let's keep going here. So we see that problem there. Okay. Okay. Now what's the problem here? Okay. If we focus up here. Okay. What's the problem?
It's like 4 open.
Okay.
I'm not on the blue player.
Okay. Why is that, Matthew? Why do you think that is? What are we staring at the whole time?
The ball.
Yeah. So we should be shoulder to shoulder, right? Scanning constantly from shoulder to shoulder. Okay. We're not just looking at the ball. Don't get me wrong. We should be looking at the ball. But if we watch, okay, CN, Matthew, you did do a little bit of scanning there. CN, if we go back and we watch this, his eyes are straight on that ball, never once looking back, right? So especially when that's here, okay, that's something that needs to be happening consistently, right? And the other player that's really important, that scanning is who? And giving instructions.
Bernardo?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, right? So that goalkeeper has to be looking into the middle because now there's two against one. Omar's way out of position there. Okay. I don't mind where you are, Matthew, because you're cutting off the passing lane. Okay. But CN should be here, right? At least. Okay. Omar should be there. Okay. At least. All right. Let's keep going. And then. Okay. And then again. Oh. Right. We are pressing very hard. Okay. We are in their face as soon as we lose that ball, which is fantastic. Okay. What was wrong here?
He gave it away.
Why?
You didn't check your shoulder?
He didn't get it in front of the opponent.
Okay. That could be one problem, Nilan. How could Omar have fixed that though? Let's look at how he passes this ball.
He has to pass it to the
He has to pass his foot from
Yeah, that's right. So instead of passing the ball here, he's got to pass that ball there. And we see that space that he should be letting CN go to, right? And then here we should have that other player, which is Mert, to come in for that pass. Okay. So when we do this in training, this is why we do what we do, right? The ability to understand that we have to pass to the furthest foot from the defender. And you can see how it's applicable to the game. But again, CN lost it and he's right there. As soon as we lose it, your job is to get that ball back. The player who lost it wins it back. Okay. Okay, that's good. And I like how Matthew got big there. That's great. Now let's look at our options now, okay, to get out of here. Okay. The options are who? Matthew, Mert, and who's this other option that we need to start using more of?
Wingers.
Okay, wingers, maybe. Yeah.
The second pass.
The goalies.
Well, the goalkeeper has the ball now.
Middle.
Yeah. So we really want to get CN the ball as much as possible, or whoever's playing that center mid. Why? Because that center mid is that bridge. So we want to connect them. Now, that body position is the most important. Okay. So if CN doesn't have a passing lane, he's got to make sure that he is in front and in between. Okay. In between that ball and that player. So if we end up using him, he has that ability to turn. And if he does turn, okay, we can see all this space here that he can turn into, right? So I know that's a weird drawing. I know. Okay. But look at all this space that he can turn to. Okay. Now CN comes in, nothing there. Should be resetting here. Okay. Matthew does a great job to get out of it. And then I think this is, oh no. Okay. But because CN again, isn't really open. Okay, right? We look at where he is positioning there, then we're not able to get out. What time is it? 6:30. Okay, let's fast forward here because I want to get to that point where Felipe was playing center mid. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what you'll see here is Felipe is constantly in space, playing that center mid. And because he's doing that, look at how much better we're able to move that ball. Okay, it's a great block there. Okay, by the other team. But it's that center mid's ability to find space, to find a passing lane that is really, really going to allow us to get out. And we'll see this theme throughout all of the age groups. So playing that center mid position is a huge responsibility, and you have to make sure it is the responsibility for you to get open. Again, right? Felipe is constantly getting open. Okay, and that's great. Okay, just blocking. But look, if we just look at Felipe here, he's always open. And now he's coming in to help, picking up the player. He's running in to make the tackle. Okay. I don't really like that clearance, but that's another story. Okay, and that good press again. And then it's our ball. Perfect. Okay, so this is exactly what we want to see here. Okay, so let's make sure we understand. Okay, so do you see here? What do we see here? What's this player doing?
Looking at whoever that is.
That's Felipe. Yes, that's right. And if he's looking at Felipe, which is their center midfielder, where is he not looking?
Ball.
At the keeper.
At the ball, right? So this is why it is so important for us. I keep doing that. For us in our goal kicks to start with our midfielders behind this first line of pressure so that they can't see the ball and the player at the same time. The second this player turns to look, now Felipe can't find space. We have Omar in space. Why? Because he's not paying attention, right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, that's a good idea by Bernardo. Okay, and that's getting our wingers open, right? So that's okay. Don't mind trying that. As you guys will get older, that'll work. Okay, that's a great reset here. And again, Omar open. Now look again, Felipe completely open. Matthew trying to get him the ball. Felipe doing a great job there to get that ball back. Okay, again, Omar is open. Another good reset. But again, look at where Felipe is. He's behind, finding space so that he can receive that ball. Okay, and with that, now we're out. The ability to get that ball with the center midfielder that's open. Okay. And this we can see here is done really well. Look, every time you're looking at Felipe, he is completely open. Okay. He's had 2 shots now that were blocked, but he was completely open to receive it. Okay. That's a great shot by CN. And again, who's open? Felipe. Okay. So that's really all I wanted to show with the 2012 game. Let's move on to our 2011 game. And now you'll see the difference. Okay, let's see if we have it here. Yeah, no, we don't. Oh, okay, we don't have that there.
I am not the 2014 David.
What?
I am not the 2014 David.
Oh, which David are you then?
2015.
Oh, okay, David. That makes sense. That's fine. That makes things more clear. Thank you. We have so many Davids. Right, we have a 2012 David too. All right, so now that center midfield is Jeffrey, right? And we can see here, okay, our shape is 2-1-2. Okay, we're playing 6v6. Okay, and we'll notice here, and this will be the difference. There are 2 differences, okay, I think, between the 2012s and the older ones, so the 2011s and the 2010s. One is the 2012s, their passing and receiving is at a much higher level. And we can see that here. There are no mistakes. There are no passing mistakes. And what I mean by that is we're passing 2 feet. We're able to find players. Okay. In situations here where it should be a simple pass, we're not able to find feet. So that's the first problem. The second problem is the ability to get open, right? And we'll see throughout, especially with the 2010 game, it's that ability. And I'll add a third one, the pressing ability. Okay. We saw with the 2012s what it looked like as soon as we lose it, we are on them. Okay. Here, they have so much time and space. Okay. There is really no pressure on the goalkeeper. Okay. To make a mistake. I do like this defending. That's pretty good. Again, we're on the players, but this blue team is not pressured. They do not feel pressured, right? Okay, and again, this player is now open. It's a good job by Jeffrey to get back. Okay, the defense isn't bad when we're one-on-one, right? We're not getting beat, which is great. But what we're also not doing is closing them and pressuring them. Okay, so now let's see how we do. Here, getting open with space. Okay, good, open. Jeffrey does a good job there. Okay, but can we find feet everywhere? Okay, and where it's going to break down is in those situations. Okay, we'll see that here. There, right? So not finding feet.
Can I leave?
Who's this? Who said that? David?
Yeah.
No. Okay, everyone should be watching because this is completely applicable to every single age group, right? If we look here, we should be able to find things and find our position. So, David, if you are playing winger, you should be looking at how the wingers move, right? No one is open right now. Jeffrey is open, okay, which is great. Okay, again, not finding feet, right? So the consistency to find the player and get the ball to them is where we're really struggling so far.
Did they win or lose?
They lost. Okay, again, not able to keep possession. And now the player that lost it should be the one getting it back. Okay, too much time and space there. And we can see here one of the three things I talked about, the defense. Okay, it's just not at the same level. There isn't as much pressure. And again, we can see that there as the 2012s did. Okay, now we've found feet so far. Okay, so now we're doing a good job of keeping it. Okay, now we didn't find feet, right? Why didn't we find feet there? What was happening? What was the problem?
No one got open.
Yeah, the defender, which is Inglet over there, didn't create a passing lane. Okay, Bernardo should have also scanned for this side, but that's a different story. Now, let's talk about this goal kick, okay? Because we've talked about goal kicks with the 2012s. So what did we talk about? Well, we talked about starting behind the defense, right? And if we look at it here in front, the furthest that we can get up the field is there. What we do by moving our players back and back is we now open up this whole space. Okay. Now I would do the same thing with Jeffrey. Start up here. That'll bring the player back. Or what we can do with Jeffrey is if he decides to stay around there and bring that player up, the space is now open in the back. And now we can make this run in there. And that's what we ended up doing in the second half, I think. I don't know if it was with them or with the 2010s. Okay, so again, there is no space to move. Okay, again, the furthest we are is just outside our box, right? It's just not good enough. 5 players were going at it. Okay, we didn't really see that with the 2012s. Okay, with the 2012s, right? It was really about let's move the ball, let's find the open player, let's exploit the space, let's get open. Okay, I think that's enough from these guys. Again, it's the same problems, right? Not being able to pressure as hard. Okay. And we just can't get out. I've literally kept the camera angle at here the whole time. And if we look at the 2012s again, we were very easily able to get out. Okay. We were able to find the wingers, which we haven't really found the wingers in space. Look at how close we are. We haven't gone. Now we have. Okay. Yeah, I just really don't like that pass. Not really sure what that was about. Okay, but with Yusuf and Amir here, it just doesn't work. And if we fast forward, okay, well, what happens when our 2012s come? The very first image, we're in their half, right? Because they understand this space. Okay, and now we're able to keep that ball because they are moving it. Okay, they are keeping the ball in the other team's half. That's simple. Okay, so that's something that we really need to work on. Okay, we'll do the last one here. Okay, this was probably our worst performance overall this weekend, I would guess. Okay. Oops. Let's make this big. Whoops.
Did we win or lose?
They did not do well, no. Okay, so this was probably where we struggled the most. This was no passing, okay? Not being able to just find feet, okay? Which we spoke about a lot. Okay. Careless passing. Okay, again, not finding our player. Now, what you'll notice here is that every single time the center mid is open, but we're not finding him. Okay, he's completely open. Now he comes in instead of staying in his space, right? Which we saw Felipe stay in his space. Okay, and that's not good enough. The inability to understand where the player is open, right? In that space. And just not even close. Yeah, let's look at how we're pressing. Okay, not bad. But can we keep that ball? Can we find feet? No. Whoever lost it, did they get it back? No. Okay, player left completely open. Again, Mohammed, open, right? Can we get him the ball? No. Look, so much space. Okay. When we get him the ball, where is he? Close to what?
Defenders.
Close to the defenders, whereas so much space here. So much space here. Where are we going? Why are we going in when the space is here?
I think he took a wrong touch.
Yeah, because his space is just in the wrong place, right? If you don't have enough space and you're going to the defender, we need to move away from the defender, right? Can we keep the ball? Can we keep the ball? That's 2 passes and we've already lost it. Okay. Can't find feet. Lost the ball. Not really pressing. And that should never be a goal. Ever. Okay, that's 2 passes that we've made. And again, lost the ball. Okay, we've given up a breakaway. And we're lucky. Now, it's a huge difference because what happens here is we're panicked. We are not okay. Okay. We can't get out. And if we stop it and we go back to this 2012 game again, and we watch this team play. Okay, here's a random goal kick. Okay. Complete, finds the player, quick speed of play, and look at where we are. Okay. Oh, he slid. That's why. Okay, we're in their half. We've done the hardest part now, getting into their half. Now let's keep this ball. Okay, we look up, we see all 6 there. Possession, right? Possession. Okay. Great turn. Possession. How many passes have we made? Okay. That's like our 5th or our 6th in a row. And not only that, but it ended up in a shot. These are things that we're not doing at the older age groups. We are not finding players' feet. We are not finding the open player. And that's our problem. Look at the press here. Okay. Look at how many players are on him. Okay. Don't really like that clearance, but that's okay. Let's see here. Where are we? Okay, look at this press. Look at how he runs, Omar. Look at how much he cares to win this ball back. Look at this. Let's see where he is. Look at where he is. He's in our half. In our half at this moment. Look at how far the distance is. He sees that and he comes sprinting in. Can you say that with the 2011s, with the 2010s? And look, everyone is cheer. That is passionate. Right away we play. Find the open player. Open player is there. Let's find. So close. Okay. The slowness, the inability to press and keep the opponent under pressure in all of these games. I can go to any point here. They have the ball. Okay. Look at this. Look at how much space they have. He has time to look up twice for a shot. Right? It's just not at the same level. And that's what we need to work on. And it starts with the basics and being able to keep the ball. Let's see if the stats are up yet. No, they're still, but it's probably not what we want to see. Let me see. The stats are up here. No, not yet. Okay. But this is where I want every single team to be at. Okay. The minimum is 52. Our goal is to get to 60. Okay. What does 60 mean? Anything under 60 means we didn't really keep possession. Okay. Anything above 60 means we're a little bit too much possession based. Okay. We have, so if we're at like 70 or 65, that type of thing, that really means that we're not getting enough to the goal. We're not scoring. We're not shooting, right? That's really where we're at. Okay. And anything under 60, sorry, is really a lot of 1v1s. There's too many 1v1s, or there's a little bit more possession that we need. So we're pretty close. We're at 54, which isn't bad. And we're looking at these games, okay, 56, 54, 55, and we're pretty close to it. The other thing that we're looking at is the amount of passes that we've made, okay? Now, our longest pass here was 7. I guarantee the 2011s and the 2010s, not even close to that, okay? 6 or more passes we've done once, 11 times, 3 to 5 passes. That's fantastic that we made without the other team. That's really what we want. On top of that, we should be looking to keep this ball in their half, right? So here we can kind of see the heat map all around. Okay, here, this means, so we're on this side. So we're essentially keeping the ball pretty close to our half, which is okay. Okay. In the first half, it's around here. So we're doing a really good job of using the middle. And we can see this in the second half more. Okay. Why? Because that's where Felipe was, right? And Felipe had a huge impact on the game when he was playing center mid. So most of us, our possession was through him. Okay. And if we look at other games, let's just pull up a random, even our last 2010 game. Is this it? No, that's our 2011. Let's look at the stats here. Oh, this was the game that we won, actually. Yeah, this is our 56% possession. So if we go into pass, okay. Okay, not great. Okay, the longest that we did was 4. Okay. But I want to find a 2010 game to compare. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's do that. Okay, let's look at the stats here. 44%, right? Pass strings. Okay, ooh, that's actually not bad. Okay. But this part here, not great. Okay. Shots not bad. Okay. They had a lot more passes than us. Okay. A lot more in possession. Okay, but this actually is pretty good. Our longest is 8. Okay, so I would say this is not bad. Okay, and I think this actually was probably our best game of the season so far. But again, this is something that it seems pretty consistent, right? The inability to keep the ball. And we saw that, right? And why is that? Because we just can't find feet. All right. That's it for today. I will see you all in training this week. Let me stop the